Shalom, Yashrala. It's your brother Dawud Da from GMS St. Petersburg, Florida, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, I can pushing this truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Alright, so I want to jump into this quick little lesson real quick. I kind of covered this the other day, but hey, it's back in the news again. Santa denied arrested after giving children the ultimate Christmas spoiler. A 31-year-old Texan has been arrested after telling children at a church breakfast that Santa Claus doesn't exist, even refusing to leave even after police arrived. It says that these three protesters were angry. The parents were angry that they were teaching their children about fake Santa in this here church. All right, and so let me grab this other little article as well too, because we pretty much covered that the other day. But there's another article down here I want to grab as well. I think I might have passed it. Slack it, brother, and give me 1 second. Oh, right here. Just covering this damn demonic stuff and this hypocrisy, these damn heathen, Over here, you gotta, in church, people are getting arrested, first and foremost, for telling kids that what Christmas isn't real. People losing their jobs for telling kids that Christmas isn't real. A mythological story, some made up stuff, especially in the school where you're supposed to be being taught the truth. In church, we know that's going off anyway, but nevertheless, still supposed to be being taught truth in there. But what? They pushing these mythological lies, It says, this one here says, "Run, Krampus, run! Army of Christmas demons descend on Munich Christmas market. As the young and old enjoy the fresh weather and festive cheers at Munich Christmas markets on Sunday, a ferocious and terrifying sight emerged from the crowds. The annual Krampus run was upon them. Krampus is a Santa Claus evil counterpart who punishes naughty children around Christmas time across several European countries. A bag of coal would have been sufficient, but apparently the mythological creature is conscious of climate change these days. The half-goat, half-demon Krampus is often used as a light-hearted threat by parents who are trying to get their kids to behave. There's nothing like a close encounter with the real thing, really scary, to really scare them up, right? The legend goes that misbehaving children are visited by Krampus on St. Nicholas Day and whisked away in the night, never to be heard of again. Krampus walks or runs depending on the level of terror required, has been organized by southern Germany, Austria, and other Alpine European countries for over 500 years. The demon-like masked creatures storm the Christmas markets, rattling their chains and ringing their cowbells, creating much confusion and consternation as they can in the process of swatting naughty children and shoppers with their sticks as they pass through. And as you see in these little videos, these damn demons, right? Now, to touch on this, what's kind of crazy about all of this is the fact that they over here lying to the kids about Christmas being real, a mythological story, Oh, shit. All right, we still going. They're lying about these, these mythological stories being real or whatever, whatnot, Santa Claus is real. You got to tell the kids that, and people are losing their jobs for telling the truth. It's not real. But what? They're pushing forth this mythological story of Krampus Claus, who's the evil counterpart, who, is a mythological story who punishes these kids, for being bad. This is something that the parents use to make their kids do good, more or less to say. But what, in a larger scale, looking at these things, we, as Americans, we say, oh, you be good, Santa Claus gonna give you these gifts. In this story with Krampus, if you be bad, he gonna give you coal. But the Most High's got his own ways of doing that. Look, the Most High, Deuteronomy 28, you follow my law, statutes, commandments, you be good, you do good the whole year, you get verse 1 through 14. You do bad, you get verse 15 through 68, Nevertheless, you got these damn let me read what it says, half demon, half goat. It says the half goat, half demon. All right. Indicative to the damn Baphomet, part of the gods that these so-called white people serve. All right. Lord willing, we don't get cut off here. My phone's acting up a little bit. But I want to read this real quick. We can close out. Come on, man. These are all these the ways of these heathen which we're not supposed to be following, If we can get the scriptures to pop up, we're gonna read this in Jeremiah chapter 10. Salakia, brother, bear with me. Jeremiah 10:1. Hear ye the words which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Talking to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, It says, thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen. All right. And part of the ways of the heathen are their customs, which we'll get to. And be not dismayed at the signs of the heavens, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. All right. So learn not the ways of the heathen, for the customs of the people are vain. Christmas and all these bullshit stories, it's all vanity. It's all made up. Like I said, look, man, Santa Claus ain't bringing you no gifts and none of this and that. And Krampus ain't putting no coal or taking your kids, man. That's just the truth and reality of it is Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14, and then 15 through 68. Follow these commandments, you get 1 through 14, the gifts. All right. You break the curses or you break the covenant, you get verse 15 through 68, the curses, It says, verse 3, for the customs of the people are vain. One cutteth the tree out of the forest, the works of the hand of the workman with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and hammer it that it move not. They are upright as palm trees, but speak not. So they go out into the woods, they cut down a palm tree, they stack it up in the Christmas tree mount, and then they deck it with silver and gold, or like the Christmas lights. All right. They must need be born because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them. They cannot do evil, neither is it in them to do good. So they got to mount up this Christmas tree, and the Christmas tree can't do shit for itself. And you got to make up these Christmas stories and these characters and things like that, but they ain't really true. Santa Claus ain't bringing you no gifts, and Krampus ain't taking no goddamn kids. All right. Don't be afraid of them, because why? They can't do evil nor good, You could be good all as a regular sane adult Jake, adult, you could be good all year round. Santa Claus ain't coming down your chimney or in your apartment and giving you no damn gifts. You could be bad all year round and Krampus ain't coming and taking your kids. But what? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, according to his law, statutes, commandments, he'll take and scatter your kids into slavery and things like that. All right. Verse 6, for as much as there is none like unto thee, O Yahweh, thou art great, and thy name is great in thy might. Who would not fear thee, O King of nations? For to thee does it appertain, for as much all the wise men of the nations and all their kingdom, there is none like unto thee. So out of all these mythological creatures and gods and all this shit, ain't nothing like the Most High. But they are altogether brutish and foolish. The stock is a doctrine of vanities. Silver spread into plates is brought from Tarshish, and gold from Euphaz, and the works of the workmen of the hands of the founder. Blue and purple is their clothing, that they are all the work of cunning men. But Yahweh is the true power. He is the living power, the everlasting King. At his wrath the earth shall tremble, and the nations shall not be able to abide in his indignation. All right. So out of all these, the Krampus and Santa Claus bring you all this stuff. There was actual Saint Nicholas, but what they got today is completely different. It says, and it's not the same story. Like I said, it's completely different. Thus shall you say unto them, the gods that have not made the heavens and the earth, even they shall pass from the earth and from under the heavens. He that made the earth by his power, he shall establish the world by his wisdom, and he has established the world by his wisdom, and have stretched out the heavens by his discretion. All right. So it's the Most High, the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the one that's the true power, the giver of the gifts and the bringer of curses, not no Krampus and Santa Claus and Christmas. We ain't supposed to be following after these things. Let me grab one more precept real quick. I think it's Joshua 24:12. Joshua 24:14. Now therefore fear Yahweh and serve him in sincerity and truth, instead of following after the ways of these heathen. All right. And put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood and in Egypt, and serve ye Yahweh. Stop following after these heathen and following after their customs, and serve the Most High. If it seem evil unto you to serve the Most High, choose you this day who you will serve. So if it seem evil to put down Christmas, Thanksgiving, and all these other holidays, all right, bring into consideration, is it evil to do this, or is it evil to follow the Most High? All right. Choose you this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood that was destroyed, or the gods of the Amorites in whom land you dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve Yahweh. All right, so that's the spirit we need to be in. We need to be serving the Most High and stop going after the ways of these heathen, because all their ways is vanity and vain. All right, the Most High say, learn not their ways. All right, so with that, we're going to go ahead and close out. Lord willing, say your lesson was edifying unto the elect. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, I can push in truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Stay strong. Shalom.